It's a training day and we're going to be hitting shoulders, calves and abs. But before we hit that, I'm going to be making some adjustments to my program now, so you might need to do the same. So my fat loss has kind of slowed down over the last couple of weeks. So now I'm going to decrease my carbohydrates by 1/4 of a cup per meal. So I'll be having 3/4 of a cup of oats at breakfast, and then I'll just be having 1/2 a cup of like rice or potato over the next 4 meals. Then at the last meal, I'll just have my fibrous carbohydrates like my vegetables. So by reducing these calories, I'll be able to increase my fat loss, and hopefully when I weigh myself next week, I'll see that increase. I'll also be adding cayenne pepper and ginger to each one of these foods as well. The cayenne pepper actually increases my metabolism along with ginger and increases my body core temperature slightly. It's just little adjustments like this will always help. And as I've mentioned before, we only make these adjustments when the body actually plateaus. So let's head into the gym behind us and hit shoulders, calves and abs. We'll be starting out with dumbbell shoulder press for 2 sets of around 6 to 10 repetitions. Since this is the first lift of the day, I'm going to do a couple of warm-up sets with a lighter weight first. So by going heavy, we're letting the body know that we're still here to build muscle, not just lose fat. Our next lift will be side raises, 3 sets of around 10 to 12 repetitions. For the second set, I'm increasing the weight by around 10 pounds and really trying to push my delts to the max. My shoulders are starting to feel the burn, so rather than increasing the weight more for my third set, I'm going to use the 70 pounds again and do a double drop set to really finish them off. You'll notice on this movement I'm swinging a little bit. This is controlled cheating. I can still feel the focus on my delts. I'm definitely feeling drained right now, but I've got to keep pushing through, so I'm putting a scenario in my head that will make me push through these reps and sets no matter what. Our third exercise is front raises for 3 sets of around 10 to 12 reps. We're doing alternating front raises, so remember that raising both your left and your right arm is considered 1 rep, so don't cheat yourself. I'm doing this exercise seated today. I really want to focus the front deltoid and take away the pressure away from my back. You'll also notice that I'm using a hammer grip. I like to just change up the grips every now and again. Next up is another side raising movement, but we'll be doing this one on the cable and with the flex late strapped. Okay, negatives. It'll be 3 sets of around 8 to 10, but we'll do some negatives at the end of each set, probably about 3 negative reps. While you're doing your negative reps, it's easiest to have a spotter with you that can help raise the weight up to the starting position, and then you work the negative. If you don't have a spotter, then just do some drop sets. Just to really break down all the muscle fibers at the end of the set when you cannot do any more reps. If you've got a spotter, great. Ask them when you can't do any more reps, maybe push out 1 or 2 forced reps with the assistance of a spotter. Ask them to do the entire positive movement for you, and then you slowly work the negative, so taking it back down to the start position. And what this does is really overload the muscle. A lot of the strength is gained on a negative portion of the rep, on the negative portion of the repetition. So by doing this, you know, when you cannot get any more positive failure, you're working on negative failure, which really does break down the muscle tissue. All you've got to do is just kind of finish it there. Any more, you're going to lead to overtraining. So now we're just going to finish off our shoulder workout with rear delts, doing upright rows at a wide grip. Our fifth exercise is going to be upright rows with a wide grip to target the rear delts. The rear delts are still on my list to improve, so we'll be doing the FST7 program here. So that's 7 sets of 15 repetitions and around 30 seconds rest between each set. I'm doing the upright rows from the preset straight bar rack, as you can see here, just for sheer convenience of not having to switch up the weight for every set, especially since we're doing 7 of them. We'll be finishing up today's workout with a superset of calves and abs. We'll start off with calf raises on a leg press, 3 sets of around 20 repetitions, and try to focus on getting a full range of movement here, letting your ankles rest completely to stretch out the calves and then all the way up onto your toes for full contraction. This technique will help develop the entire calf, giving it a fuller and more separated appearance. Immediately following, just lay down next to the leg press and start your ab crunches. You'll be doing 3 sets of around 20 to 30 repetitions, just till failure really. And rather than the traditional crunch, I'm increasing the difficulty slightly by adding the leg raise to the movement. You'll want to bring your elbows and knees together in the middle as you're doing a crunch movement, and as you lower back to the starting position with your upper body, also lower your legs. This technique adds extra resistance to the abs and is great for tightening that midsection at the bottom portion of your abs too. So we're just over halfway through this transformation. It's the Monday, and we just did shoulders, calves and abs. So today, feeling really good. You know, you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. Don't worry, I've had my fair share of bad days. But today feels good, I've got a lot of energy, my brain feels kind of stable. And so I took advantage of the strength and just went with mainly straight sets today. So if you're feeling a bit stronger, you know, maybe as opposed to really just breaking down your muscle tissue through drop sets and supersets, every now and again, if you're feeling strong, just go with your straight sets and try to hit some personal bests. So tomorrow, it's I think it's a rest day tomorrow, but the day isn't over with. I've got to have my shake, then I'm going to go upstairs and hit cardio. That's it. Come back tomorrow and find out what I like to do on my off days.